I'm Barb. Welcome to my craft studio. I have a haul today from Tuesday morning, and Joann, um, my husband says to me Monday, how would you like to take a trip up to Madison on Wednesday? And I'm like, well, duh. That's the closest Tuesday morning to me is up in Madison, Wisconsin. It's about a 90-minute trip one way, so we don't get to go often, but I knew we were kind of thinking about doing it in October, and he and I had mentioned, some of the Totally Tiffany things that Joann carries, people are starting to see on clearance. So I said, why don't we just go ahead and go now? That way, maybe they'll still have some of the stuff. And of course, he knows I always enjoy a Tuesday morning trip. So Tuesday morning, I bought a couple of fat quarter bundles. I bought this one, which is fall themed. I don't know that I'm going to get any of my fall projects done this year. I'm kind of focusing on organization, but I do have a couple things I know I want to make, so I thought I would just go ahead and pick up the fabric. And then this one is kind of a Christmas or winter theme. Some of it I figured I could just use, like the snowflake one for January. So I have that. I just realized I have a couple more things from a store down here I'll have to grab. I found this this to that red line tape. I bought the 1/4-inch roll. I probably should have bought a couple of those, but I just bought the one. I actually bought a few dies. I do not have a lot of dies. I know, looking at this craft room, that is hard to believe, but I just don't. It's something I've wanted to invest in, and I've kind of not done a lot because, well, one thing, I know I don't have the correct storage for it. Some of the ones I have go with stamps, and those I store right with the stamps, but I thought this one was really cute, and I didn't want to pass it up. And I've got like a little hair in my eye. That's why I keep doing this, in case you're wondering. There's like a little hair there, and that one was a tonic dye, and is this one. And this is kind of the type of dyes that I know I would like to get. It's just some like shaped dyes that can be used on a variety of projects. These are more the type that I'm wanting to invest in. Your hearts, your stars, your circles, your squares, your rectangles, and especially like with the design on it, like these ones have. So, and usually when I go to Tuesday morning, those ones are like gone. I think they go fast. I'm wondering if the store gets their shipment in on Tuesday, because when I got there Wednesday morning, it was about 10:30, so they hadn't been open too long, and there were like 5 people in the craft aisle. So, and I did buy a pack of basil cardstock. This is my favorite cardstock. The only thing I don't like buying it in a pack like this is when you buy it individually, it has a little strip with the color name. I'm going to have to get my swatches out and see if I can identify the colors, which I may or may not be able to if the colors were retired before I got my swatches or came out after I got my swatches. I won't be able to identify them, and I don't have every line in the swatches, but I have quite a few of them, so I'm hoping maybe I can at least identify most of them. Otherwise, I just put them at the front of my colors. I do have a couple of things that I bought here that I'm going to grab real quick. We had went to a Walmart down here on Monday. That's kind of when he suggested going to Madison, so I had bought a few of their Christmassy fabric quarters. I like this one because it is just, well, I don't know, maybe not, because it has the wreath and all that in there. At first I thought seeing the snowmen and the snowflakes, and I thought that would be good for just January. I usually do snowmen and snowflakes as my decor. So, and then these 3. So I bought a total of 6. They said, "So you're already starting your Christmas crafting?" I said, well, not really, but I said if I wait, these will be gone. They just won't last. So I went ahead and picked them up while I was there. Just gonna put those in there. And then I went to the Joann. Like I said, I was mainly looking for Totally Tiffany items that they carried down here, one of my Joann's doesn't carry anything Totally Tiffany, and the other one carries some of the Desk Made line. But they never carried any of the other products. Originally, the one that carries nothing now carried the scrap rack, but they got rid of that. I was hoping to find stamp bags, Stamp and Store bags, which I did not find. I'm going to have to buy the single ones at Hobby Lobby with a coupon and do that. But I did find these Kelly Creates stamps. I don't think I had any of these ones. If any of them are duplicates, I will put them in I'll put them in my giveaway box. This one was 97 cents, so this one was $1.47, and the alphabet was $1.47. I'm not normally a fan of alphabet stamps just because I can never get them lined up right, even with my Misty. But I thought these ones would be good for the intended purpose of practicing lettering, because someday I am going to practice that again. I found the Irene Buddy Bag. I'm using these ones for my Distress Oxides, so I know if I keep investing in those, eventually I'm going to need a total of 6 of these. So I'm at 2. I need at least 1 or 2 more. I have to do a count and see how many I have. And I found the Shelly bag for $2.97 each. I picked up all 3 of them. And it wouldn't scan, and she had to enter the number in, and she's like, well, that's not right. It comes up washi. I said, well, the bag was designed to hold washi, so that probably is correct. She goes, oh, okay, that makes sense then. I said, I probably won't use them for washi, but that's what they were intended for. And then I found those ones in the back of the store. Here's the thing with the Totally Tiffany products at Joann. Joann does a pathetic job of marketing this product, because for the most part, somebody looking for these products is going to go over to the paper crafting area and try to find them. I was up at this Madison Joann when these first came out a few months ago. They didn't keep them very long. And they were on a random end cap in the store, not in paper crafting. And from what I'm hearing from everybody else whose stores carried them, it was the same in their store. And the end cap they were on could vary widely, but they were never in paper crafting. And very few stores carried them. Well, odds were that if you went to your Joann looking for these products, first off, they most likely did not carry them because they were carried in such a small amount of stores. They said larger Joann's, but I went to one that says Joann Superstore right on the store. They never carried them. Never. So, yeah, it wasn't just larger Joann stores. And second, if your store did carry them, odds were you weren't going to find them unless you walked every aisle up and down and looked on both sides and all the end caps. You weren't going to find the product because it wasn't where it should be. You're not going to sell the product if your customers can't find it. Like I said, I had went there hoping to find the Stamp and Store bags, the double-sided and or the single-sided. They didn't have any of those left. And this was the other item I was looking for, was the Craft Supply Flip and Storage Binder. This one's kind of 8.5 by 11 size. This is, it measures 9.5 by 11 by 3. I want to use these for my embossing folder storage. It's one thing I didn't think I was going to get done this challenge because I didn't have the storage I wanted. So I grabbed one, and I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, going, And hubby says, are you thinking about getting the other one too? I said, well, there's 2 more down there. He goes, I say get it all. And so I grabbed all 3 of them. I said, I will probably need them, and I know I'm going to need more pages inside them. I'll kind of show you the inside of this one, because I did open one of them. It has these, this is why they're called Flip and Storage. It has, these ones measure 5x6, so they'd be good for your A2 size embossing folders. And this size measures 6x, well, they say 6x7, but that means it would accommodate a 5x7 embossing folder. When she gives her measurements, they usually measure slightly bigger than that, so you can comfortably put something that size in it. It just means it's designed to hold something that size. And it has 5 on each side, and they give you 3 of them. So it'll hold 15 of each size for a total of 30 items. I know I have more A2 size than I do the 5x7, but I figured I can put the A2 in the 5x7, but I can't put the 5x7 in the A2. So I bought 3 of them, and then he goes, oh, they also have these, which are paper storage box dividers. Currently, I have some dividers. They're not totally Tiffany because I bought them before her, but they work. And then I have some that I just made out of poster board until I could afford to buy more. And I figured they would do for whatever length until they fell apart, basically. So I knew I wanted to get some of these eventually, and they were marked down to $7.97, which these usually sell, I think, for $20. And you get a total of 10 dividers. I know it looks like 5, but there's 2 of each tab. If you put them in a box like this, you're only going to want 5 to show. Since I put my box this way, I'd be able to use all 10. The flip and storage binder was marked down to $9.97, and I'm pretty sure that's usually, by looking at the Tiffany site, $25. And hubby said, let's grab all these too. So there were 4 packs of those left, so they grabbed all of them. I spent more than I was planning to, but I'll be honest, if they'd had more Tiffany stuff, I'd have bought it. The only other things they had were the desk-made items, and I wasn't going to buy those because those were full price still. I was going to give another little update if I have time here. I ended up, of course, getting declined by Mayo. I think I shared that already. I had the stress test. It came out normal, which I expected. We've done those before. They've always come out normal. And then she wanted to send me on to do another test that I've already done. And I'm like, I'm repeating the cycle that I did 7 years ago. Yeah, I've developed one new symptom, but I think, and it's a troubling symptom, but I still think that it's all connected to what caused these types of symptoms in the first place. And you could never find it out doing these tests. So why should I keep doing the same test, going from doctor to doctor? Because I'm seeing this happening. I'm going from the regular doctor to a cardiology test, so I didn't actually see the cardiologist, to the pulmonologist, which is exactly what I did 7 years ago. And they never discovered what caused that problem. They did diagnose me with something, but they never felt that diagnosis covered the most troubling of my symptoms, which were the shortness of breath and chest pain. But now I've gotten this heavy feeling in my chest, which is why I kind of decided I need to find out what this is. I'm not comfortable ignoring it anymore with the new symptom developing. But so I ended up appealing to Mayo on my own. And I told them, I said I was declined for a referral from my doctor. I said, she made it to rheumatology. I said, my most troubling symptom is the heavy feeling in my chest and the shortness of breath upon any type of exertion, which is taking less and less. So I'm willing to drop everything else and just focus on those 2 symptoms. They called me. I made that Thursday afternoon. They called me Friday morning and set up an appointment. The appointment isn't until November, but I have an appointment. So I just have to get through till then with these symptoms. My husband said, he goes, I know a few things have gotten worse. Are you going to even mention those to the doctor when you go next week? I said, no. No. I'm just going to wait until we get to Mayo and discuss it all there. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.